Shit. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. We're trying this thing out for the first time. This is the match between Wulfy and tstew. This is the 2021 Retrance Invitational, hosted by Lazy Kid and the link to the past randomizer ladder. I'm Big Dunka, and I'm here with our resident giraffe, Herfy Durfy. How you doing, Herf?
I'm doing great. How are you doing today?
Just wonderful. Have a drink in my hand. Sitting back, relaxed, getting ready to kick this thing off.
Nice. I'm excited to see this, and I'm also excited because it's not every day you get to see a ladder restream. Usually, we try to not make stuff like that possible, but every now and again.
Yeah. No, this is the first time we've had any sort of a ladder restream, and obviously it's not something we can do normally. We do this only for circumstances like this where we know the opponents, and but happy to go ahead and get one of these off. Hopefully we'll get some of the finals off as well, and if we do more of these in the future, we'll try to get some more of these in. So I believe both of our races are about ready to go. I think we're going to get these fired off in just a moment here, so sit back and relax and enjoy the show.
Yeah, definitely enjoy. I also want to head us off by saying that I have absolutely no clue how this mode works, and it's going to be pretty fun. I'm going to be learning while we're watching this.
Yeah, considering I'm right there with you. I've raced this mode like once. I am far from an entrance master. So, yeah.
Alright, and off we go.
Oh, money.
Already starting at different spots, both of these guys.
And don't be... If you see little things happen here, and I'm doing some kind of real-time adjustments.
tstew immediately buying bombs and a key. With all that money he found.
Yeah, I mean, money is such high paramount on these races that I would expect this. From how many of these matches I have seen, what we're seeing right here, doing some early money it's super important. Ooh, nice early cane.
Early cane in the back of Lazy Kid's favorite spot. And speaking of Lazy Kid, he's not quite there.
You gotta wonder if Lazy Kid's watching this somewhere.
Oh, he most definitely is. Probably from bed, if I had to guess.
I suspect he's got one of these drinky drinks in hand, too.
I would not be surprised.
Little mushroom.
tstew is finding all the money in this seat, apparently, right from the start.
So, for those that are not aware, Retrance is entrance randomizer with retro mode enabled. So, you're going to find take any's in caves, arrows need to be purchased, you'll find a sword randomly in a cave, and arrows also cost money. So, it's $5, or no, I'm sorry, is it $5? $10? $5. $5 for every arrow that is shot, and $50 for every silver arrow that is shot. So we've been running this invitational we ran our qualifying matches during this last season of Ladder, and we started with 16 in the invitational. We're down to 4 This is our third match of this last group stage, and then we'll take the top 2 next week to the finals, and they'll play in a best of 3. So these 2 are joined by Wall Kicks and Scholzer as well, who they'll be playing. The next 2 matches are tomorrow, and then there'll be another one on Monday, and that is a huge Moon Pearl.
Moon Pearl and Tower of Hera. That's, really, where else should it be?
Yeah, I mean, think of it this way. It's little entrances I play, and boy, it's a very little. Because I am pitiful at it. Finding Moon Pearl early just makes the whole scene much better.
Yeah, I can absolutely imagine that. I think that might be our first sighting of a sword here from Wulfy. Tstew had some trouble with the mini Moldarms earlier, trying to bomb them over and over. Worked out in the end, but never once used a sword.
Looks like a dark room. Looks like Wulfy did what I usually do when I find a dark room. I find out which one it is, and then I get the hell out. So, early on, any entrance seed is going to be pretty slow in the beginning. You're just going to be going around, finding stuff, marking them down. There's Ganon. And just finding as much as you can. It's just resources. That's all it is resources.
It really is. An entrance, I mean, one of the most important, if not the most important aspects of it is knowing where all your entrances lead, or at least most of them, and finding the stuff that helps you in the moment. So as you said, we're going to see a lot of this walking around, checking entrances, checking drop downs.
Yeah, absolutely. Death Mountain entrances, like the most important ones are going to be like Death Mountain, Misery Mire, Top of Desert, those entrances that cannot be reached normally. And to answer the question in chat, yes, Retrance does start you with a sword. Similar to the way you would do in Zelda 1 when you walk into the first cave and there's a sword sitting for you. You do start with a sword in this mode. Not necessarily, considering there is a take any, it kind of offsets that. But we did the best we could to try to get this to... we took the existing retro mode and made it as good as we could.
We should ask Cynic to make it so your sword is disabled until you walk into your first cave.
That would be interesting. That would be interesting.
I'm
sure they have nothing going on right now, and they would be glad to give us whatever requests we asked.
Of course.
So yeah, this is a mode that honestly, when we decided to do this mode, I knew that people asked for it, and I wasn't expecting it to be I didn't expect it to be as popular as it was. This was a very popular mode through the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, it was kind of surprising to see, especially since the retro mode by itself is a little bit of a shunned child of ALTTPR, I'd say.
Yeah, people don't like the fact that... I think it's the Rupee Bow. I think the Rupee Bow really sets everybody off.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you see Wulfy here finding a shop, and very important, finding the shop with the keys involved. There are, I think, 3 shops with keys, if I'm not mistaken. 3 or 4. So finding them early and getting enough vanilla keys to be able to progress through dungeons when they come up is quite important.
Yeah, nothing feels worse than going into a dungeon and just missing one single key that you could have bought earlier on.
Yeah, absolutely. And here's Egg Tower.
Alright, we found the map for that earlier, not that it really matters, but interesting to see that we're finding this, and Wulfy's diving right in, of course.
Well, he's got the keys. It's not a difficult dark room to get the second chest. 2 items, one of which will be in logic here, and the other one, it's B. And the other one, it's not too difficult to get here. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here. As long as you don't get pushed aside, the one thing that could happen here is... Oh, he's setting loose the Buzz Buzz!
Alright, I
That's
like
smart.
this.
I like that play a lot. That's a Buzz Buzz, too. That's a Super B. Buzz Buzz, if anybody out here is a fan of Earthbound, obviously you know who Buzz Buzz is. It's unlike the regular bee, who is Buz Buz, who is Russian counterpart of Buzz Buzz. frequent people to my channel get the joke. Buzz Buzz is actually one of my sub badges, so.
Getting the other cane here out of the dam, which is in the bombable hut down here in Kakariko.
Yeah, and finding the dam is again one of those entrances that's super important, because not only do you need to find Swamp Palace, you need to open the dam to actually do anything. So I couldn't tell you how many times I've done entrance modes and, you know, been stuck because I couldn't find the dam.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like we gotta refill on some goo.
Yeah, got some magic refill, and Wulfy making full use of that right away. Now, if it does come up, you can use the Skein of Samaria.
Oh, Vanilla Well.
Yeah, don't see that too often.
Was a nice cluster of 5. Yeah, one other thing you'll notice in Retrance mode versus original, like cross keys or any other entrance mode, is because the take any's are in the pool, you'll notice when people find take any's early, they'll usually grab a heart, just for the early game. So you'll find a lot of races finishing with 16, 17, 18. I saw a couple of this already in these brackets that have finished with 20. It's not as uncommon as a normal seed would be.
Oh, that's interesting.
There is that's Ganon's tower right there.
That is also interesting. We'll see with the cane we can get a little further in. Oh, nice big key.
Oh, there's
Or
Pod.
Dark Palace.
And now you gotta sit here and wait. Which is unfortunate, but, hey. Tile room is tile room. It's an item.
We all love Tile Room, and I'm sure it's going to be worth this time.
Oh, of course. There's no way it could be $20.
Never.
Now, I see Wulfy's going out the top entrance. I don't know if tstew checked the other exits for Paradox when he found Paradox.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I don't think he did. Hey, it's $20. No, I don't have a spoiler.
Oh, there's Ice Rock Cave.
And lovely fire rod.
That's the wrong rod, but I'll allow it.
You will also see our trackers today. Tenet and Tam are working with a experimental tracker. Anybody that is familiar with my hosted tracker is familiar with what is out there. We've kind of got a it's kind of a hacky version of this so that we can do some restreams. Hopefully everything will be accurate. It's possible they don't check everything on there, like chest locations. At this point, checking items is much more important than anything. So, but hopefully everything works without a fix. This is obviously our first time doing one of these, and everything that you're watching here, I've spent at least 2 total hours setting up.
I mean, looks as professional as any other restream to me, if you ask me. So if there's some growing pains, I'm sure they'll be excusable.
I wouldn't be shocked if something doesn't work. To answer chat, how much am I drinking during these 2 hours? A lot, and a lot now. So this stream is unofficially brought to you by the Bartesian Cocktail Machine. I highly recommend it.
All right, now Wulfy checking out his vanilla well here in Kakariko. We're probably going to see a whole bunch of walking into and out of entrance and exits for the foreseeable future here.
Yeah, this is pretty common. This is pretty common this time of the day. Just early on, check what you can, get as much information as you possibly can during the beginning.
Just a compass floating there in the water.
Yeah, and we're just, I think we're just, again, they're stepping on each other's toes here, doing the same thing that the other one has done. Interesting that tstew got that fire rod and did not immediately go back to GT, because that does open up 4 more locations.
Yeah, I'm sure it's on his mind. It looks like he wants to get more info first, finding Ice Palace on the way. Decides to go back in, check a few. No, maybe not.
It's interesting because you don't want to go to Ike's Palace with 4 hearts. Oh, that is information. I don't think tstew checked that.
Nope, I think he went right back out.
He just bailed, so Flute, not as important in entrance, but still nice. But Flute being boots locked does... I mean, that's your mire access without finding an entrance there, so... that's really important information.
Yeah, as you said, maybe not as important in entrance modes, but it could definitely come back into play later on.
Yep. And tstew doing the slow spiral cave here. Let's see if Wulfy goes back. This will be really interesting if Wulfy goes back. He is walking out. And there's a nice little sword upgrade. And Wulfy's not going back to GT. He's going to dive an entrance to Death Mountain.
Oh, that's a good one to find. Speaking of.
So that's our first entrance to Death Mountain. Even though it is Dark World. Little bambos. And there's another entrance to Death Mountain on the light side from tstew, so... Entrance seeds sometimes can be a little bit difficult to follow. There's a lot going on. And remembering locations is somewhat difficult, especially for us feeble-minded that could never do this without trackers that tell us literally everything that we need to know.
Yeah, I can't imagine playing this without a map tracker where I can mark stuff, because I find it hard enough to remember stuff in a normal rando seed, but this...
Yeah, it's a little over the top. It's just it's like kind of one of those things is like, yeah, you kind of have to. Now, amazingly enough, it looks like items are almost on par, both going through Hyrule Castle at the same time.
The biggest difference maker right now probably being the difference in swords.
Yep, that's what I was just going to say. The sword is nice. There's a Hariki. That, having that extra sword is important. I mean, we know that Wulfy's not far from it to pick it up, but it'll be interesting when Wulfy leaves here, where he's going to go, because Hyrule Castle's got 3 exits. Technically 4 if you want to go all the way through the middle, which you can do in Retrance without, you just need a key. If you want to navigate the Dark Room, you can come out the Sank side if you really wanted to. And there's a cape.
Cape and a Death Warp. Let's see where tstew decides to go.
It's going to be interesting. I'm assuming he's going to check cross. Yeah, he's going to check cross. Especially with Fire Rod. It's in logic. There's no reason not to check that.
Yeah, exactly. And it looks like we're seeing the exact same thing from Wulfy here.
Yep, I would expect the exact same play. It's really interesting to see. I've watched 2/3 of the matches that have happened in the top 16, as well as some during the season of these. Not only does it explain exactly how bad I am at entrance, but there have been a lot, and I mean a lot, of sub-2 finishes in these races, which is something that I can't even fathom, just because, yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely not something you'd expect once, you hear what the mode is about and what it all entails.
Right, yeah, it's a little bit more, it's a little bit simpler than your standard cross keys because you get the vanilla, the retro keys, but at the same time, the logic is different, so it makes you really think. There's things that you could do early in a Retrance seed that you would not normally do in a cross key seed. So it definitely gives you some more options. And we are seeing, looks like they're both growing to the back, which is nice, because this is, I can't remember if this is in logic or not. I don't think this is considered in logic, even though there are torches all the way through here. I might be wrong on that.
Yeah, I'm not really sure, to be honest. It looks like, as Chad is pointing out, big jackpot in there. 3 red rupees.
Money, money, money. Oh, we found Eastern. It's funny. They are both literally doing the exact same strategies on this. They're both sitting in 4 hearts and are able to do early death warps.
Yeah, and I mean, why wouldn't you really? It's never a better opportunity than here, and it seems to be paying off so far, at least.
Yeah, it's very efficient. Very, very efficient. Alright, so Wulfy is going to navigate some Death Mountain, where tstew's going to probably get the 4 items out of Eastern.
Yeah, another key shop. Probably gonna shop some more here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked to see him. He's got 300 plus rupees to spend every rupee possible on keys and, I guess, bombs. And as I said, that he leaves. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably saving some. You do need some money in the normal ALTTPR stuff, or in the normal ALTTP stuff, I guess.
Sure. Yeah, pod, if he decides to go to pod at some point. Little Quake sitting on top of the rock. And is this our dark entry? Yes, it is. So yeah, the old man entrance is always on Death Mountain somewhere. That's a logical thing. The exit, I mean, is always up here. So if you have Death Mountain access, unless it happens to be at Hera, you can always find it. It can be at Hera. So yeah, generally when you find a dark room up here, it's most likely going to be the old man. So not surprised to see this and get this early turn in to give that opening. The other thing, again, anybody that does entrance mode will know this. That old man entrance could be anywhere. So he could say quit, go to the old man entrance, and start at Misery Mire. And nice flippers.
Oh, nice find here. Also gets an extra heart, which, usually not something you're super looking forward to, but still on 4 hearts, not a bad thing.
Yeah, 4 hearts, green mail. Now 5. And I get to dodge cabbage heads. And I don't know if you saw, I missed what was in that chest on tstew's side.
I don't think you found anything useful in there.
I don't see the trackers going ballistic, so I'm going to assume nothing. And oh, cabbage head.
R.I.P.
Now this will be interesting. I'm assuming he's going to go to the mountain cave, see where that comes out. It is not coming out on the mountain. Doesn't have, well, could I guess, but probably won't. Hey, that ain't
not
bad.
bad.
Oh, the blue mail.
That's also not bad. A little more protection, another heart, blue mail. That's a lot better than what he got when he started.
Oh, and there's the exit that nobody checked. So that's the last exit of Paradox.
Another dark room. No idea which one this is.
That's the one that has the V, I believe. Because there's the holes directly in front. I think that's the one that V's off to the left.
Mm-hmm.
I say think because when I generally see a dark room, I rarely follow it. That's interesting.
Interesting to see tstew go in there and only buy one more key while having so much money. I don't know if he's planning to go to Zora or anything like that, but...
That's a good question. Wulfy's the one that's got the flippers, even though it's not going to hold him back, I'm sure. But it's an interesting point. I mean, 589, that's enough for what you need. And... All right, here we go through ice.
Wulfy now with his extra security feeling a little more confident than tstew did earlier on. But he's still on that fighter sword.
Yeah. Well, with Kane, you're going to be able to check one item out of logic here with Ice Cheaty. Interesting, using bombs instead of bombos? Okay. Oh, it's pretty.
I set up lots of hearts in this room, jeez.
I've seen it before, but you know what? I like it every time I see it. And, oh, tstew going back to GT. Love it.
I wonder if he's gonna... Oh, is he gonna check the left side this time and see the flute?
Oh,
nope.
Hey, there's another sword.
Oh, nice.
Alright, so tstew's just gonna have just enough magic to get through this. So, Wulfy getting the sword out of logic. This is also out of logic. Actually, that is not... I'm sorry, I apologize. That is not out of logic in retro. Now, this play from tstew, this is the one I was waiting for. I wanted to see this. So this will be really interesting. Again, it's not something you want to do, but... yeah, it's something that is definitely available. Yes, I did.
Need to be a little careful here. 2 hearts and green mail still.
Yep. Got a map, a key, some bombs, and some bombs. I'm glad. I feel good about that. At least I'm glad he went back.
Yep, definitely worth it.
Well, that's interesting. Now, tstew is right side, and again in retro, totally in logic, 100%. Everything through to Ice Armos is logically available here. $20. The chest better known as asshole chest. Yes, we're on my channel. I'm gonna swear if I want to. I believe it was Problems IRL that coined that asshole chest. I'm pretty sure he got it first. All right, we're gonna check upstairs. Hey, got hair big? Why not?
Interesting to see these choices from these guys. T2 going hard on the right side of GT here, while Wulfy's back in Hera.
Yeah, they're both. I mean, everything's in logic here. They haven't really gone off the trail very much, other than a few random little sequence breaks. Everything's been kind of on the books.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here comes Burna setup. The best way to kill Armos.
Also the laggiest.
And the laggiest, but still.
It's definitely fun.
Oh, it's fun, and it's easy. You just sit there once you get him in. Oh, no, he got loose.
Oh, no. Just barely not enough magic.
Almost.
There we go.
All right, survey says $1, piece of heart, and a piece of heart.
Yeah, I think that's a fair reaction here.
Where's our progression at? We've got a lot of items, and there are definitely spots open, but they're probably starting to run a little slim on checks.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, they've definitely checked a lot that's logically available, but there's stuff that T2 is missing that Wulfy has. I don't know how much we've, not seen at all. There's a couple things that. Yep. There's things that, one of them has checked, but I'm not sure how much we have left on that both of them haven't checked and that they can logically check.
Yeah, well, he's going back in for the basement. I don't blame him. I don't have a tracker open to follow what they haven't checked, although I will say they both have cleared a lot of Death Mountain. They've cleared everything they can. We've seen everything in GT. I bet there's not a lot left.
Mm-hmm.
So doing something like this, like Glove would open up a lot, Mirror would open up a ton. Yep.
Plus,
Tam brings up an interesting point. Neither have been over to Easter and Sahasra area yet. That's right.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The other thing to note here, this is just a huge piece. T2 does not have Moonpearl yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Now, that was an early find. I think it's down at the dam, I believe. It was an early find. I think it's down at the dam area, if I remember correctly, which I probably don't.
Wasn't it in Hera in the first chest, like right in the lobby?
Oh, that's right. It's in the cage. 100%. Yes. And there's our first old man shame of the stream. Just a friendly reminder that Ack and Wolf and Herfy are about the same age.
Are we?
I thought you were.
I think Ack is a couple years younger than me, I'll have to admit.
Well, Ack is only 4 years younger than I am, so...
Alright, yeah, so it's not too much.
So yeah. I guess an old man would know. Alright, we're getting a hobo check. And Ack is so old that he had forgotten that he told me how old he was a long time ago.
I can't help but think of Ack as a spry 20-year-old whenever I think of him. So that's why I was so shocked that he's actually
bald
old.
20-year-old. Yeah, we just had a nice little high five there.
Yeah, just coming through, getting a couple of old man smooches.
Tisu's gonna go ahead and pick up his blue mail, and yeah, again, I think Tam had it right. I think it's at this point it's Eastern because boy, they checked a lot of stuff at this point. goes tstew, right to Eastern. Now again, tstew does not have Moon Pearl. But that being said, we do not have Dark World access, and we've only found one entrance to Dark World.
Oh yeah, that's true. We came out of Hammer Pags at some point, I think.
Okay, it wasn't in the cage. Oh, it's a lobby chest. Okay. Yeah, we've got a little bit of Dark World. Oh, there's a easy check. And yeah, tstew's gonna go ahead and full clear this. There's no reason he won't. Nothing. So I have to assume that Wulfy is going to go up to... he's going to head over to Eastern at this point. Eastern and then check the South checks. Or I'm sorry, tstew after he's done with this. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, there really can't be that much more left.
There isn't. There really isn't. I don't recall if... Oh, Hookshot Cave. Okay, that's an entrance out. I don't remember when... I think it was Wulfy that found the entrance on the top of Death Mountain. I don't remember which entrances he checked. This will be a very important exit. Okay, there it is. We found our Dark World access.
Alright. That definitely opens up a couple more things.
Now we can play the game. Well, with flippers, it opens up everything. Now they can get to pod. They can get to everything except stuff that is mitts locked. Or that is glove locked. And yes, awful, awful, awful connector. It's one of those things you pray that you don't have to do it very often, which means you only... Well, there's your glove. Okay.
Alright, well, we were starting out good at least.
You know what? I almost finished that statement, but it wasn't that important. So, just need mitts or a hammer now for easy access. And yep, he's going to turn right back around and check the entrance here. Very wise.
All the bomb drops.
And at least there's nothing important on that top cave. I hate it when you see something important up there. Ooh, little Boyne shed.
Yeah, that's a neat little entrance to find.
Yeah, I have to assume, especially on Wulfy's side, the most important thing that he could find at this point would be hammer.
Mm-hmm.
Mimic cave in a really bad location.
tstew now catching up on the crystals here.
One apiece. And for those that are interested, shipping internationally, especially items like NTs, Super NTs, pain in the ass. Not only that, remember, the winner of this event, one of these two racers, Scholzer or Wall Kicks, they will be getting a nice, beautiful, fresh, still in the plastic Super NT. I have 2 spares sitting on my shelf. Don't ask, it's a long story. And hopefully I don't have to ship the damn things internationally because it's a pain in the ass.
Still no progression.
Yeah,
we're
this
finding
has
a bunch
been...
of money, and we're finding a bunch of heart pieces.
Yeah, this has been...
I mean, we did find the glove on Wulfy's side and that connector. That was not very friendly, but
right.
We're still looking. Making our way from the back of Skullwoods to the front.
Now, tstew is doing something that I don't believe Wulfy did. It looks like he's going to check the rest of these flipper spots.
He's got plenty of keys as well.
Yeah,
and he keeps finding more, too.
So correct me if I'm wrong here, but and I think I've been talking for a while on mute. I don't believe that tstew, or I don't believe that Wulfy checked the things that tstew is doing right now. Correct me if I'm wrong here.
No, I think you are correct.
Yeah,
I don't think Wulfy has been here at all.
Which is interesting because they both had flippers for a long time.
Yeah, Wulfy even more so. tstew just kind of recently found them, I guess, but Wulfy had them for a while. This is a good cave to find.
Cave. Very nice. And there's the other glove.
Oh, man.
So, okay, that one's been available for a while.
Yeah, that's been around for a while. They could have gone here a long time ago, as I said, especially Wulfy.
Yeah, now it's going to be interesting. So, I mean, these are wide open spots. Keep in mind here, remember we talked about this earlier. tstew kept his money. Wulfy did not. Wulfy's probably not incentivized to go to Zora right now.
Yeah, I was just going to say, now this is what tstew saved his money for, and we'll have to see if it pays off. On the other hand, Wulfy just grabbed a bow from somewhere that I apparently missed.
I'm guessing $5. Ah, $20. Nice.
Oh man, that feels especially bad in this mode because that
really
could have been...
That's one of those things, I think the few times that I've played Retro, if I find that I have to go to Zora, I will do a save quit before Zora.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's probably the smart thing to do, because that could have been 5 small keys.
That's 5 small keys right there, or a bunch of arrow shots.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of shots, I think I need another drink.
Well, go right ahead. I heard you have a machine for that now.
So, I'm going to tag out for a second. Herfy, you're on solo. I will back in a minute.
Alright, I'll keep it down. I'll tell people what's happening on screen. Oh damn, Wulfy deciding to bust out the bombos. Just wants to be safe here. Oh geez, she was checking this little cave, just finds a small little bedroom. That looks like a nice little apartment down there. Kind of crappy entrance to get into, but you know. Oh, we already know from tstew that Wulfy's probably not going to find anything fancy in here. He's also most likely just going to make his way all the way through. Why wouldn't you? You don't want to come back here again just in case there's an item somewhere on the way there. Also has a cape, or the Cane of Burn as we see here. Can get through everything, has plenty of keys. And on tstew's side, we're finally seeing that eastern area. It looks like he's checking the cave down here first. Probably not a bad choice. Just a couple bombs. While Wulfy is making his way to Ice Armos, I wonder how he is going to solve the problem of defeating this. He does have a bow, which he'll probably use, I assume. Yeah, look at those rupees go. Pot is our green pendant, good to know. And so Hasrullah just stockpiling a bunch of crap in his cupboard there. Dunka is getting his second right now.
Alright.
Oh, there he is.
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
I will say, Bartesian machine, expensive, awesome. I do see, it looks like Wulfy found himself a bow.
Yeah, I mentioned that earlier before you left. But you might have missed it.
I must have just missed it.
Yeah, he basically just defeated Ice Armos with it, and we saw the rupee counter dwindle. and Tisu found pretty much nothing over where he was running around in Sahasrala's closet and stuff like that. Just a bunch of money and heart pieces.
Gotcha.
So Eastern was definitely not our solution.
Hey, babe, can I get you to do me a favor? Can I get a couple pieces of ice in this? Would you be able to help me? Yes, please. Thank you so much, baby. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm looking at items, clears, and everything. This is close. And we still got at least an hour before we're gonna find everything in this seed, so. Yeah, I think I'm just looking at the items here. We've got, I mean, this is still neck and neck. It's way too early to say, you know, what's happening on each side here. It's going to be at least an hour before we get to, until we get to a clear person is ahead here.
Yeah, I would definitely say so. I mean, these guys are pretty much following each other neck and neck. The big difference being the bow right now for Wulfy, which was in Skullwoods apparently.
Yeah, the bow is nice. Now we have found Eastern, but we do not have the big yet. I don't know. I don't believe Pot has been found.
I don't think so. I think the only info about Pot that we have is that it's a green pendant, which we got from Sahasrala.
Okay. Yep. Race game, I think, has already been checked. Yeah. I think Wulfy he knew that was a dud.
Just autopiloting into the NPC. It happens sometimes.
Funny enough, it looks like T-Stew's doing the exact same thing, and it's the correct connector, so.
I do wonder, though, because Wulfy has basically the mids readily available if he just goes there. Which I suppose, you know, is rando in a nutshell, but...
Yeah, if only, you know, if you always went to where the items were at, you'd win every seed.
Makes sense, kind of.
Okay, now what is at... T-Stew's dropping... Oh, okay, it's $20. We hadn't seen the other side of that.
Not too fancy, but at least getting some of that wasted money back.
Yeah. So I'm surprised that we haven't seen more. I mean, Wulfy's got Dark World access. He knows how to get there. It's a shit connector. Like, you don't want to use that connector. Little do they know on both sides that, you know, the mitts are available for both players right now, and they're just sitting there. But we haven't really seen much Dark World check yet.
I think Wulfy is just hoping to find a hammer or a mitt somewhere in the light world here, where he hasn't checked yet, or at least, you know, one of the entrances, so he can just kind of mark it off and doesn't have to go back to that connector every time.
100%. I mean, that's all you want. Once you find your Dark World access, you want to find a way that is not a ridiculous path to get back to.
Oh, goes right back out.
Yeah, he's already done Eastern. Oh, I saw Eastern was a 5-6. I think... Oh, there you go. And Desert's the other 5-6. Interesting.
I mean, he might have already done it, but he hasn't finished it. And now he has a bow. I guess maybe he just wanted to check this entrance first.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't have the big key yet, so...
Oh, yeah, duh. I knew something was missing.
Something... Well played. Well played. He's checking a few things that T-Stew's already done. We've seen these. Yeah, I mean, I think at this point, there's really no other dungeons. We have not found many dungeons. No Turtle Rock entrances. There are 4 of those, and we have found 0. No desert entrances. So that's actually really surprising. All right, and tstew has found his dark world.
It looks like Wulfy is going into Eastern now.
Okay. Okay, Wulfy hasn't been in here yet. tstew's been through here.
Oh, all right, that makes sense.
Right, and tstew is about to find his mitts. Because he is one screen away from his mitts.
Yep, it's not going to be far.
Yeah, and that's huge. Again, that is enormous.
And that's going to make it so much more convenient for him.
There you go. Okay.
Oops.
That was not me. And here they are. So that's a huge advantage for tstew because Wulfy's he's not in the area where the mitts are for him are going to be at. So
Yeah, at this point, it might be a while for him to get there. I mean, it really depends on how much he has left, because despite finding that Dark World access, does he really want to do that connector again and then, stumble around there, or does he want to finish up this Black World stuff first?
right. Keep in mind, mitts in entrance not horribly important. They don't open up a lot, but they give you Dark World access whenever you want. And that's what's important. You don't have to worry about hunting through ridiculous connectors. Alright, so we did dark shopping. I don't believe we've seen dark shopping yet.
Yeah, I think that's the last key shop, maybe?
Oh, we found our desert. That's our first desert entrance right there.
There it is.
So tstew's going to come back into that after he finishes this, because he's going to take one of those exits. And, woo! Beatable dungeon.
Alright, nice. This also means that we now have, given that we find the items that we need and the keys and stuff, access to both 5-6 crystals, right?
Well, we have access to them. We don't have the big key. We don't have the big key to either one of them yet. So
Yeah.
Well, we know where they're at.
So we at least know where they're at. The question is, how important is that really going to be?
Eventually important, but not immediate 5-6 access, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they... neither one of them can actually turn in the bomb at this point, so... it doesn't really matter that much. And you could sequence break it, but...
I mean, as you said, first they'll need to find the big keys anyway, so it's not really...
We're still a long way away from that. So... yeah, I think tstew's got a slight advantage in his knowledge where things are at, and I think Wulfy's got a small advantage. He's got a few more items. He's got a bow. He's got his tempered sword already. And he is finally taking a trip to Eastern. 51 minutes in, and this is the first time anybody's gone to Eastern.
Well, admittedly, you missed tstew coming over here.
Oh! Okay, well then, I bet that you know exactly what's coming up then.
Well, sort of. You'll see that this was not very good. That's pretty much the extent of what I remember. I just remember that we didn't really find anything here.
Fair enough. And first item, Desert Torch, was a heart container. I was doing important work during that time period, okay?
Oh yeah, I'm not blaming you at all. I'm just saying that's the part of the information that you were missing out on.
Yeah. I have successfully set the ground, the foundation here to turn both myself and my wife into serious alcoholics.
Well, I'm not sure if I should wish you good luck with that, but that's what I'm going to do right now, so good luck with that.
And Desert's a dud. Now, this is the interesting thing about Desert again. It's got 3 exits. We don't have a mire exit yet. We did find the top of Desert, which is interesting. It does open one more entrance, but are they going to go back to that anytime soon? Probably not. And, oh, that stings.
Well, that's a little unfortunate.
Remember we were talking about that 5-6 crystal? Not very
Mm-hmm.
important.
Yep, nope. So much for that.
Yeah, that really stings because now, of course, it doesn't have access to check the main end exit, and who knows where that could go.
You always kind of dread it when you walk out somewhere that you end up
Yep.
with an exit where you can't go back in, but you never really expect it. So
I
it
mean,
always...
you're always thinking about it, but
Yeah.
and you're just praying that it doesn't happen. All right, pod side. I think this is probably the first time we checked out pod. Or did I miss that too?
Nope, I do believe this is the first time we've been here.
I'm caught up.
You're all good now. At least for the next 45-ish minutes or so.
Yeah. I did make myself a double, so.
Oh, nice.
Nothing down there. He's gonna probably go ahead and check the pod entrance. And... here we go.
I guess
I
there's
forgot
your answer.
that was the... Oh, well. Oh, you know what? I did see that when I came back, so tstew had checked that already.
See, I missed that even though I've been here the whole time.
I see that. So, again, welcome everybody if you're coming in early, late, whatever. We are doing this is the final week of groups in the 2021 Retrance Invitational. This is the third match of 6 for this week. 2 more tomorrow, and then the final match on Monday. After then, we'll know our final 2. Who'll be facing off next week in a best of 3. And the winner will be crowned the 2021 Retrance Invitational winner.
Yeah, and there's a Super NT on the line, sponsored by our very own Big Dunka here.
Yes, indeed. It's sitting on my shelf, collecting dust, and I'll be shipping it out to whoever the lucky individual.
Who's collecting dust?
The NT.
As long as you don't live in Sweden.
As long as you don't live in Sweden or want to pay the $80 or $90 in custom taxes. So, all right. So Wulfy just got his mitts. So now both sides have free reign of Dark World access. So that's huge. So now they're kind of back to parity on this, even though tstew does have 1 crystal advantage.
Yeah, I wonder what Wulfy's gonna do now. Just check in the Zora ledge. Not gonna find anything here. Not gonna bother with
and
Zora.
And we know Zora's
either.
a dud. We saw that.
Mm-hmm.
But this is our first invitational that we're holding on ladder. For those that are not familiar with it, and I don't think there's many that at this point that aren't, that don't care to know it. You can go to ALTTPRladder.com, find all the information there. The Discord link is on the main landing page. We hold round-the-clock, 24/7, 1v1 events. Generally 4 to 6 races a day. We've been doing it now for, let's see, it's September, so we're 18 months in. Oh, but damn. I know. We launched Season 0 beta in March of last year, so make sure to throw some shade at that Lazy Kid. He will be sure to throw it back.
He always does.
For those that are wondering at this point, Lazy Kid has grown beyond our control. We cannot stop him. And there's very little we can do about it. So if he tells you to get bent, sorry.
tstew finally picking up his bow.
Alright, we got a bow here. So once again, we're pretty much back to parity. Looks like Wulfy's got a Bombos, but we don't know if Bombos is needed for anything. So I think Wulfy was considering doing a bomb jump there and trying to set it up, and realized he could have just, dropped the cane.
Yeah, but we're finally seeing a Turtle Rock entrance.
Found an entrance to T-Rock. So, again, 4 exits to this. So, yeah, it's huge. Because especially in anything that uses wild small keys, Turtle Rock is a godsend. Because you're almost always going to have the keys to get there. If you have Cane and Fire Rod, you could do everything except Trinex. You can check 4 exits. Well, generally 3, depending on which way you come in. Unfortunately for Wulfy, he did come in the good way, which means he can check all 4 if he really wanted to. But yeah, it's a... I can't tell you. It happens a lot. I've seen it where Turtle Rock exits are your progression. And it's really annoying.
Yeah, definitely. We'll have to see how much time he wants to invest in, finding out where all these exits lead.
Yeah, unfortunately no mirror, so that would be obviously the easy way to go, because you just bounce back and then check the other, and you bounce back and check the other. Now there is no big key, so we cannot check the laser bridge. That area is locked until the other exit's found. And, oh, hey, if you got a smoke, now's your time. Hey, and Tstew's right behind him. Came in the same exit, and so we'll be seeing the same stuff here for the next minute or two. And I have to assume that Wulfy's going to check the other exit right after this.
Yeah, I would think so. There's not really...
absolutely no way you wouldn't.
Yeah, why would you not?
Yeah, and that wasn't me. That's Tstew. I don't know what's up with Tstew's thing. Sometimes it gets a little glitchy there.
Maybe if he clicks his tracker or something.
Could be something weird. If he's playing on emulator, he wins this, he'll have a nice new Super NT to play on instead of an emulator.
Oh, fancy.
Get rid of that input lag. And yes, it definitely makes a difference.
Alright, I think the only thing that we found in here from Wulfy was just a bottle just now that Tstew seems to be on his way to pick up. Well, yeah. The exit might be the more interesting thing. This is,
I think, the most important thing right here. Oh, wait. Wow! Not only that knocks out a boot exit.
Yeah, that's not a great one.
So now they both have mitts, and there's don't have hook. I think they've seen that. I think they know where the other end of that goes. I think they saw the other end earlier. So they both have mitts. I have to wonder, Village of Outcasts, Smithy? Have we seen the Smithy yet? I don't recall seeing the Smithy.
I don't think so. They basically went into the chess game and then found Turtle Rock, more or less.
Yeah. So we're gonna have big game here, and then I have to assume he's gonna go into Village of Outcasts.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of where he started. Why wouldn't you want to finish it? That seems like a reasonable thing to me, unless you find something...
Oh, hey! There he is!
Yeah, look at that guy.
There's a resident lazy kid. He got plowed last night at Kakariko Tavern. Man, I heard the rumors. It was very unpleasant.
Awful with that guy.
That kid had so much potential, I swear. He had so much potential, and then he found the milk. And he's lost forever. It's very sad.
At least he's diligently working on providing ladder seats and overseeing everything going on there.
He needed a job, and I felt so bad for him that figured... I mean, he does a good job most of the time. His track record over the last couple weeks, not quite as good.
Yeah, every now and again he overdoes it a little bit.
He just gets a little on the sauce and kind of forgets things. And what are you gonna do? Alright, so we did pick up the smithy here. That frog will come with him until he goes into a dungeon. Oh, that's right. Sorry. Entrance. Dungeons don't apply. My bad. And, pod. Big find here. Big key as well. So, unless Hammer's in here, this is full clearable.
Yeah, and we do get a green pendant. Probably not what we want, but at least it's a pendant that gets us another item, potentially.
Yeah. There's Thieves Town Big. Very important if it is a pendant, or unless it's a pendant. And, oh, and there's Swamp! I missed where that entrance was.
Me too.
Yeah. If somebody in chat happened to see where tstew went in, I didn't check where he went in at. Got it. Okay. All right. Oh, and a big key to... Oh, gee. Ooh! We can make the climb. Now, let's think. How many of the drops have we seen? Is it... I don't think we've seen the Batman drop, if I'm not mistaken. Is that the one we're missing?
I think that might be the one, yeah. I'm trying to think, but... Well, it was vanilla. We walked into the lower part of Ganon at some point, but that doesn't really matter.
Yep. I know we found the Lumberjack drop. So it's either going to be the... It's either going to be the Fairy drop or the Batman drop. I don't remember which one of those we haven't seen yet. So, but now if he wants to, he can make that climb. That's really, really important.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you don't want to do it again, but yeah, you kind of have to if you... There's a lot of shit up there. Oh my goodness.
And remember, those also lead to the flute.
That is true. That's 100% true. That which leads to Mire. Okay, that is enormous. So, I mean, Wulfy's still going to go through this. He's still got, what, 8 more checks to make in here because the big key. So he's definitely going to clear this out. There's no reason he won't. Those booties, though.
So much nicer immediately.
So that's enormous. And everything that Wulfy is doing here is in logic, except for Dark Maze. Now, obviously, he's going to do Dark Maze. Oh! Tam brings up an insanely good point. He never checked the left side. He doesn't know the flute is there. It was tstew that checked it. And tstew has the GT big. Wulfy has no reason to go back.
No, I think you got them mixed around. tstew never checked the left side. Wulfy saw the flute.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Okay. I remember one of them definitely did and the other one did not. In fact, it's funny that because they both went in and did right side, but I don't...
tstew was the first one that found GT, but he went straight right side and went to the tile room with the cane. Okay. And Wulfy found it second, and he went left first and saw the flute, grabbed the small key, and then went right.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. And that was
we'll see if and when he comes back.
Yeah, and that was Desert Big there. That was, again, very big. We know where Desert is. That's Crystal. So Desert's full clearable now. And I think everyone is... I think they both have found Desert. Pretty sure they both found Desert. One of them found the Desert back. I don't know if they both found the Desert back. But,
yeah.
So Tstew's doing an interesting route here. He's doing the back, and then he's going to come back to do the front. Did he must have just opened up the front door. I missed if he opened up the front door. He had to have.
I think he has, yeah.
Yeah,
He's
it's fine.
He's running dangerously low on keys, though.
Yeah. Okay, there's the smithy.
All right, nice.
He also has $600. He can buy 6 more. $20. So this is so close. I mean, neither one of them have found an item that the other one is so far behind on that it just doesn't pay off. I will be... There's powder. This is gonna be this is super close. Like, there's absolutely no way we could say one way or the other somebody's ahead.
Yeah, it's going to be real interesting to see how this pans out and really how quickly they go back to the flute. It looks like Wulfy's immediately going back.
You got me. You know what? 100% you're right. There you go. He went right to it. So he knew it was there.
And that exit is also extremely convenient because he just needs to walk out and then he can activate it right away. And then we've got a couple new things to check. We can find out if that bombos is enough to open up the Mire entrance, maybe.
Speaking of which, we have not found Mire yet. We have not found Thieves Town yet. We have not found Laser Bridge yet. So those are important dungeon entrances to find. I'm not singing for the duck, by the way.
Thank God.
I love Bob's commentary. I ain't singing.
Alright, we're not immediately fluting to the Mire area.
So, Bonk Rocks and Kingston probably, yep.
Yeah,
because we haven't seen either one of these exits.
Oh, hello. Speaking of...
Hello. Now, he's got everything for that. Okay, he's just leaving. Interesting. He's going to do... I'm a little surprised.
He probably just wants to see what's in here, and then he might be coming back.
But he's going to come back anyway. It's like... I'm a little surprised, but hey. These guys are 1,000 times better at this mode than I will ever be, so I do not... I trust their judgment. Wait, he's bailing.
Alright, so he's not coming back. Did he hear or see... Oh, well.
Right. You know this is desert. Oh, no, I'm sorry. The Dark World exit was there. There's the tavern. Drinks everyone. There's the Dark World exit. That was desert. I'm really surprised Wulfy didn't go back into Thieves Town. He has the big.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was about. Maybe...
We don't know if that's a pendant or not.
Yeah, I was wondering if that was the reason, but we don't really know.
Okay, so Tam brings up an interesting point. He does not have hammer. He's probably holding on that, and to see if it's needed. Okay, there's Quake. We saw Quake. Quake is on Spectacle Rock.
Yeah, we're gonna have to crack the mirror for that.
Or lamp lock, Jesus. It's mirror locked. Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
Magic lamp.
And now Tstew's got his boots too. He's caught right back up, and this is it's gonna be so close.
Well, a big missing thing still is his knowledge about the flute, so we'll have to see if or when he decides to go back to GT.
Remember, he has the big key though. He's got incentive to go back.
That is very true.
So if he wants to make that climb, now that he has the boots, if he knows and remembers where the powder was at, because I'm not 100% sure, but I believe the pyramid drop is going to be Batman. So yeah, he has incentive to go clear it to get the Batman up. Now that's a lot of work for one item, and then the 4 on the climb, but it's there. And, I mean, how many times have we seen Hammer and GT climb? Only 500 million.
Yeah.
Although I do not know, this interesting thing, I do not know, neither one of them have hookshot. I do not know either one of their hover prowesses. So if they have the ability to hover, which I'm assuming that's obviously a huge caveat to this.
That's fair. And we also have a bunch of items left on the left side, right? We have the render room and the like Salfo's room and whatever.
Right, but they can't get to it. They don't have the hammer.
Well, I mean, they can right now.
Right. So it's possible they could just be waiting for hammer. I mean, hammer right now is like the only item we're really looking for here. So, I mean, I'm looking at their item list. It's hammer and a few keys.
Yeah.
And maybe ice rod.
It's not
and
too much.
Yeah. I mean, there's a few other items that it could be, but...
I'm not sure one of the trackers has Turtle Rock marked as a crystal.
I believe there was a map check earlier. Remember now with this version, the version that the devs put out, when you go into a dungeon that you have the map for, it shows you map or pendant or crystal when you enter. So that's the little PC that shows up by the map icon, or by the magic icon. So, which is honestly, especially for anybody that plays all dungeons seeds, is incredibly useful.
Yeah, definitely. This is going to be a find for Wulfy that makes him happy and sad at the same time because
it's the GT key.
Yeah, he has to go back there once again, but you know you're always happy to find the GT big.
Yeah. So I mean, the chances are you're gonna need it. Sometimes you don't need it. Pretty rare. So funny enough, both our racers here are toting little guests with them for another 3 seconds at least.
And tstew again making the choice of keeping all his money and just buying 2 keys and calling it a day.
Yeah. So interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and do a little promotion here. So as you can see the tracker that is being shown on screen here, this is the version of the tracker that I host. Our 2 trackers, Tenet and Tam, are not tracking off keys, but one of the huge things for this with retro mode is when you click on the keys in retro mode, it ticks down instead of ticking up like it normally does. So in like the pod case, let's say for pod, there's 6 keys. When you open a door, it ticks down. And then it shows that you only need now 5 keys maximum to do that. So it's very likely that they're tracking the uses of their keys, and they know what the max number of keys they may need to finish certain dungeons. So, like, tstew might know that he only needs like 8 keys max to finish. And keys just aren't a big incentive to him. So
yeah.
That's just it's key tracking in retro is really important, especially with bow usage when it comes to normal arrows and especially silver arrows, because you need $200 to shoot silver arrows at Ganon, and if you're a scrub like I am, you need like 300. So because it's $50 every silver, so usually the racers are going to be pretty low on money when it comes to the end of the seed, so conservation of money is very important. And
so tstew also picked up his flute now.
Yep.
And Wulfy's finally back in GT.
Bombos entrance. Okay, we have not seen it. Now Bombos is readily available. tstew doesn't have it, and it is available. I don't remember where it was, but it is early.
Yeah, it was a very early find
in
for
fact, I think it's right here.
It might be, yeah.
Yep, it's right there.
There it is. So much for that.
So yeah. So all right, and Wulfy is making the Thief's Downplay, which is both good and insanely bad if the big chest has an item.
Yeah, it's gonna be a rough one.
But honestly, this has got to be his best. It's the best option he has available right now, other than like the GT farm.
Yeah, once again, there really can't be that much left for these guys. tstew finally turning in his mushroom. We already saw the potion lady earlier.
Yeah, it was garbage. So no, that's dead. Oh, Wulfy not... He almost had muscle memory there, racing up to get the key before going in, but you can pick that up at any time if you want it.
Oh, I think he had the pixel there.
He did have it, yeah, he had it. Being safe, but...
It never hurts.
Never hurts.
Beach getting bullied around there.
Hearts, so you want to save a few hearts here. Yeah, I'm just looking at our tracker. Look at our tracker. They're even. Like, everything is even. And now T2's going in. These two are going to be so close. Unless there's something that one finds and the other one just completely bails on.
It's really crazy to see, like, the small little differences. The only difference that I spot, like, looking over it really quickly, is the sword advantage that Wulfy has. And that's, you know, it might make a difference, or it's gonna make a difference if it stays like this, which I don't think it will.
I don't think it will, because tstew has found ice, because the third sword's in ice, if I remember correctly. He knows where it is. He just hasn't gone back because it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
So eventually he's just decided to do it. He's going to find it immediately because he has key.
And even with, you know, the quote-unquote prior advantage of Wulfy of finding that flute a bunch earlier, it didn't really pay off and didn't really give him too much. Finally get our Eastern big key.
That's a nice one.
That's another crystal in the bag, more or less.
Yep. And because they know where desert is. Oh wait, no, we know 5-6. Never mind. That's a bad exit to desert. But it's still neat. Oh, funny enough, Wulfy walked right by that key. That's $100 he just lost.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I mean, he's sitting at 700. He's done Zora and Pod, so it's not the end of the world.
I don't think Wulfy has done Zora yet, unless I'm misremembering it.
You probably know this better.
I wouldn't count on it. It's 1:30 in the morning, but, you know.
Okay, so Eastern key, nothing else. Oh, and it's a pendant.
That's a little unfortunate.
It's unfortunate, yeah, because that would have been 5 crystals known that he can clear. But again, it doesn't matter. Tisu's right behind him. So he's not losing time here unless there's an item in the big chest, which is every rando player's dreaded fear, clearing Thieves down.
I mean, we already had the flute on the torch, so we started out with a sort of meme thing, right? Might as well keep going.
Yeah. Hell of a race here. I will say this again. I've said this earlier. I've watched most of the Retrance, the top 16 races. I think I've watched 75% of them. The competition level is fierce. It's especially the I missed the one earlier today. My wife and I were out doing chores, and I was racing Shenanigans. By the way, our Shenanigans for that mode sucked. Yeah, the competition in this top 16 has been ridiculous. I tip my hat to all of them.
I mean, really, who you should be tipping your hat to is yourself, right? Because that just means the mode for selecting these top 16 was very good at predicting good matchups.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good mode. I'm very happy with the way that as tstew collects this crystal, and there's book. Okay. I don't know how happy you would be about getting book, but yeah, no, I think that I'm very pleased where everything turned out with the placements and the settings. There's only one person that did decline the top 16. It was a work-related decline. That was Dataplet. And that led, I think his Furious Magic was 17. Let him get in. Dataplet had work issues. He couldn't participate. Yeah, the competition's been ridiculous. These races, the races over the last week have been other than a few random ones, have been within like 5-10 minutes of each other almost every time. So it's been incredibly enjoyable to watch. We get an Armos fight here.
I'm really curious to see what we find here from Armos. All right, it's just a piece of art.
So we found the book, which
we did find the book.
One entrance and 2 locations. Well, one. We don't have the mirror yet.
I did think it was very interesting for Wulfy to make the choice to go back and finish Eastern. I mean, there was the big chest and the item on Armos, and obviously the crystal that you eventually want left, but it just felt kind of like a, all right, I want to make the, secure play and grab a crystal instead of trying to find new items, so to speak.
Expect him to go to desert next.
Mm-hmm.
Because he knows where the desert, and okay, he's going to the desert. Well, okay, this isn't what I meant when I said go to desert. He's gonna check the front door. He does. I think both. I know one of them has found it at least. I think both found the back of desert. It is a crystal. You have to do it eventually. There's no reason not to do it now. We still have not found Misery Mire. I think Misery Mire and Laser Bridge are the 2 main entrances we haven't found. Oh, never mind. As tstew is doing Eastern as well. They're on each other's. They're 2 steps behind right now. It's ridiculous. Uh-oh.
Oh boy, there's another big.
Nobody wants that.
I mean, you never know. There's really only one pendant left, right? So I feel like you probably don't want that, but at the same time you want it because you probably have to do it.
So, Wulfy has checked everything that he can check in ice, except for that chest now. Where tstew is about to get it. Now, he's the one that hasn't gone in there yet. He knows where it is, but he hasn't left. So, he's going to find his ice big key. That's going to give him another check. So, he definitely has some incentive to going back with Kane. That would give him his tempered sword.
Yeah, and about time, too.
Yeah, he's been behind that sword for a good 30-40 minutes at least.
It's been a while, but as we've seen a couple of times in the season, I mean, it has not really made a difference, has it?
They haven't done much. I mean, they've been clearing things, but swords weren't important.
Exactly. And even, more progression-oriented items really didn't make a difference in the end. These guys are, as you were saying a couple of times already, neck and neck, and they continue to be.
Yeah, this is a great, it's a great match to watch here. I think we've there's back of it. I told he's going right to desert. Yep, he's just clearing his crystals. He's getting them done. He knows that it's there.
Might as well get it done. You'll get a crystal for sure. You'll have to do it at some point anyways.
Yep, do it. Hammer is the thing that's holding everybody back. Hammer or mirror. Mirror's interesting because mirror leads to Quake, which is the entrance to Mire, it was. Which is just another entrance, and then it leads to a couple of other entrances beyond that. But I mean, Hammer's holding everything back here.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, well, I'm looking at what we got now. We do not know what Swamp is. We know there's one pendant still outstanding between 3 dungeons. We don't know if Hookshot is hard required. Beyond that, it's Ice Rod, because you do have to do Trinex, and Hammer. That's it. And then a few Turtle Rock big and Mire big, if that's the combination. Okay. Desert's nothing, but again, get it done. Why not?
Yeah, grab that crystal. Better have it now than later. And we'll have to see where Wulfy goes from here. tstew is making his way over to the hammer packs, and
I think it's purple chest, yeah.
Yeah, the purple chest. We've seen this earlier from Wulfy. I don't remember what he got from it, but I don't think it was anything good.
He did it, yeah. He definitely turned it in. If Thelaine is out there watching, make sure that you turn the chest in. Well, do you know what happened? last night, Herfy?
I'm not 100% sure, no.
It was our co-op match, and he had the chest, and he just blew right by Gary and went right to Bombos, and it was Fire Rod.
Nice.
But it was only Fire Rod because I was just... Oh, there's our mirror.
Nice.
Okay, that's insane. That's huge. And now Wulfy's finally making his Zora check. That's both awesome, and it's going to cost him $500.
Yeah, that's going to be his last little bit of money.
Yep. So yeah, I think the mirror is the most interesting item available right now because it doesn't open up a ton, but it opens up enough.
Yeah, a couple of entrances. We can open up Meyer. We can check like K45 and stuff like that, but we'll have to see what it leads to, really.
Yeah, I think the... Oh, I don't even know what you do here. Do you go pick up that... I mean, if you were going to pick up Quake, you would have saved and quit. Boy, I don't know. I don't know what you do here. Because it doesn't open up, again, a ton. It's just enough to tempt the palate.
Mm-hmm. I mean, where can you walk from here? You can get to the pyramid, you can get to Pod, but you can't pay for Pod.
Right, you said he hadn't been to Pod yet, right? That must have been when I walked away that... Oh, I know where he's going. He's gonna go, Is he gonna... No, well, no, he wouldn't check ice, because he's gonna lead right to ice. Or no, wait, yeah. No, this leads down... I'm curious on where he's going. Oh, he hasn't checked Dark Shopping Area yet.
Oh, okay.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense. tstew has checked this. I don't think there was anything important down here.
We found our last key shop, but that was about it, I think.
Yeah, I think that was... Yeah, it was pretty bland down here. So this is going to give tstew a tiny little chance. Oh, Skullwoods. Yes, as he walks right in there. Yes, Skullwoods is here. That's a dungeon. As Tam is one of our trackers here is on top of things. Tam was, yeah, he knows how to play this game. Herfy and I are noobs. We don't know shit.
Yeah, and we obviously can't remember stuff. That's probably more important.
Again, this is why I made an entrance tracker. I didn't make it for everybody. I made it for me. There will be a huge update coming up in the next couple of weeks for the trackers, by the way. Catobat has been on my ass about getting it released. I just haven't finished it. He's got a bunch of updates. I've got a bunch of shit too, and I just haven't done it yet. Hey, Catobat's in chat.
It'll happen at some point.
Yeah, and, I've been so far behind with things. This has been taking up a ton of my time. I've got ladder stuff galore, and it's just been ridiculous. So we'll get there.
And I think with that Skull Woods finish from Wulfy, this is, I'm probably wrong, but this is the first time that he's in the crystal lead in this seed.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. 4. No, 4. That's pendant. So yeah. Now I think it's not gonna last because tstew is a second behind. He's doing it right now. Oh. Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Did tstew really leave that?
Uh-oh.
That seems like a problem. I mean, you know, Wulfy had that nice little mirror there, so of course he'd go in there and grab that and mirror right back out.
No, that is horrible.
Oh man, that's gonna be an interesting thing. I think this might be the weight on the scale that tips it.
God, that's huge advantage, Wulfy. Here's the problem. You don't consciously make that play. You never consciously make that play. He just forgot.
Yeah, he must have.
If I can look at his tracker here, his personal tracker, he's got a 1 on there. He checked it off.
Uh-oh.
Because he doesn't have the big, which means all the thing he's missing is... Oh, no.
Wulfy just finding the ice rod here, so...
Yep. So Wulfy is hammer. Wait, okay, he needs hammer for... Wait, does he need hammer? No, he does. He's going to need hammer for either ice or swamp.
Yeah, he's going to need it for something.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. This was such a close race.
So, tstew he's already finished Skullwoods. He did not check the bridge chest. And the hook shot is in the bridge chest.
Yep.
And on his personal tracker on his stream, he's got a 1 marked. He doesn't have a big key, which means his one chest that he thinks he hasn't checked is the big chest.
Now, if he knows how to hover, as Tam just brought up.
So, yeah, Tam brings up a really interesting point right here. The best possible thing that could happen right now is the last pendant be Swamp Palace, and nothing being in, like, Hookshot Cave or something that requires that hookshot, which is very few as long as it's not in Swamp. If Swamp is a crystal, that's really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and there's last sword.
Oh, hello there.
So, oh my god, that is just so brutal to watch, though. He'll never go back there.
No, that's probably the end of that.
So yeah, now it's all nice quick swap. You guys are welcome for quick swap. Oh my god, that is so brutal to watch, though. So yeah, we don't have the information on Swamp yet. Neither one of them has found... You're welcome, you're welcome. It was a joint effort. It wasn't just me.
It was also me.
Yes, indeed we do. There was a bunch of parties involved with the quick swap decision. Let's put it that way. It wasn't just us. League had a huge hand in that too. Good entrance, by the way, Wulfy found there. Ooh, actually, tstew has found the entrance you want to find, which is the Turtle Rock side door. Because, especially with Mir... Oh, he's not going to check... Does he know them? Oh, that's the main exit to... That's the exit that Wulfy missed. So I suspect he's going to finish this... Oh, no, he's just leaving. Never mind. Okay. Maybe he did check those and I didn't see it. But those are really difficult entrances to find.
Yeah.
So, boy, this whole race is gonna come down to when the Swamp Palace information is found. Like, the Swamp map is found, is gonna tell us everything. I can't believe that our entire race that's an hour and a half in, that has been incredibly well, is gonna come down to what the hell the Swamp map is gonna tell us. Oh, okay. tstew's gonna get his Tempered Sword that way.
For now.
For now, yeah. I mean, he's got to go to ice eventually. He does have the ice big, and he has some reason to go back.
He's not going to be able to avoid that Butter Sword as much as he tries.
Yeah, no chance.
As you said, more interesting is going to be if and when he goes back to that Skullwoods chest, and that's probably going to be...
Oh, it's going to be an hour
never.
from now. Yeah. Now, an interesting thing to note. Even if tstew, for instance, knows that he's lost the race, he still has incentive to finish. The tiebreakers, they weigh on the side of your best losses. So, the way it works is that for tiebreakers, we take if two or three people are tied for the last spots to the finals or the next groups, we take the time differences between the finishes of your losses, we add them together, and whatever that is, whoever has the least amount advances in the case of a tie. So tstew has a big incentive to finish the race regardless of what happens. So keep that in mind. And that is It did. It hasn't come into play really yet. But right now we're 2 races in, so obviously we have 1-0 or one set of 1-0s and one set of 0-1s. But it's Tstew's going to want to finish this race. He does not want to forfeit, because a forfeit is a 1 hour instant 1 hour, and you don't want that.
All right, so far Hookshot Cave not really giving us anything that we need, which is good for Tstew.
Yep. That was complete garbage. Ether, we know, leads to nothing. Unless he wants to freeze things. As much fun as it is to throw one dude at another dude, he probably is not going to do that.
Alright, not sure why you mirrored there.
I think that was just a mistake, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
So I'm looking.
Wulfy did grab his Quake, which Tstew is getting now, but I'm not sure if Wulfy ever he never checked Turtle Rock himself, did he?
Well, Turtle Rock is Bombos. It's Meyer that is Quake. He's definitely been down there, so he does know.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think either one of them have opened it yet, though. I'm pretty sure Wulfy's not opened it yet.
No, he just got Quake like a minute or two before Tstew.
Speak of the devil, there he goes. So yeah, both of them have, and oh my god, they're on. This is all going to come down to that hook, and if it's required. It is ridiculous how close this is going to be if that is not needed.
And as you mentioned earlier, I also don't know about these guys and hovering, or if they can or not.
I honestly don't know their prowesses on either. So it's probably not important here, because if Swamp is a pendant and there's nothing behind it, then it doesn't matter. Unless...
Well, you still got to get past Moldor too, right?
Well, you don't have to if it's not required. There's 2 items behind that. There's that, and then there's the and Batman, which is at Pyramid Fairy. So there's 4 items in Swamp and 2 items in Beyond GT that require it. So not a lot. And we have 3 dungeons we do not know the answer to. So there's a 33% chance that hookshot means nothing. Yeah, I'm actually... I was just going to mention this. Tam brought this up in chat. Neither one of these guys have made the GT climb yet. And I think they're both getting real close to it.
I mean, it's going to be interesting to see if Wulfy decides GT climb or maybe Swamp.
Wulfy, yes, did go back to do Hookshot Cave. It's a complete dud. 100%. Here's a new exit we haven't seen yet. Oh, it's that exit. I hate that exit so much.
And that's why we haven't seen it yet. The little guy sticking his tongue out, he just taunts you as well. It's like, not just a shitty exit, he's just like, you know.
Look at me! Alright, so Mir did not open anything in K45. I have to assume the GT climb is coming real soon. Now, again, Tstew has not gone into ice. I have to assume he is just delaying that as long as he can.
Yeah, I would think so. He definitely seems to want the hammer.
Yeah, I would too, because I hate Ice Palace, but
yeah,
that's a personal grudge between it and me. Bombos has not been checked yet. This is going to be a new one. And that's a compass. I bet he's happy about that.
Definitely.
To Meyer, a place we haven't found yet. Yeah, this is the other interesting thing to note is that we have not found Misery Mire yet. That is the one entrance that has still eluded us. That and Laser Bridge. And there cannot be many entrances left.
I mean, Meyer could just be in Maya, right? No, wait, they were in Maya earlier.
Yes, they both checked it just a second ago. So, so we're looking at Hammerlock stuff, maybe, which there's what, 2 Hammerlock entrances? They're both in Village of Outcast. I can't think of any others that are Hammerlocked.
Yeah. I mean, one of them is going to be the again drop.
Yep. Well, we know that's got to be a Batman. They came out of one of the hammers. Okay, so one of the hammer entrances is dead. Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. They came out of the Hammerpack Cave entrance from Desert or something.
Yes, that was super early. That was real. Ooh! Oh, tstew just found the backdoor entrance. This is a big one. Oh, hi, Cave.
Okay.
Hello.
This could be the missing piece.
This is a big find. I hate this entrance with a passion. Oh, Turtle Rock, big key. Oh, look at this. They're both doing it at the same time. I love this.
Always.
I pray for a competitive race that a hookshot is not required.
Map of Thieves Town a little late for that.
I so much want that hookshot to not be required. There was a quick map check there. I did not see any new information on that map check.
Nope, we just saw the Crystal and Turtle Rock Independent and Pod. We already knew about that.
Yeah, it's really going to come down to those last 3. Now, none of those 3 dungeons are clearable right now. One, because we haven't found 2 of them, and the other one because we don't have the hammer.
Yep.
Oh, this is... Is this GT? Nope. Never mind. I thought it was going to be GT.
Wulfy is...
So, yeah, really what we've seen, there's 2 things that are available right now that are new. One is Laser Bridge, because now we have the GT Big. That opens up 5 checks, and that is what tstew is doing right now. The other is we still have the GT Climb to do, which is 4 items, one of which is an insane pain in the ass to get. Because the GT Big, nobody wants to go back to do just the GT Big. But tstew is making the play here. He's going to find 5 new items. Because the back of the safety door has not been found yet. Which, God, where is... If I was tstew, I would be very reluctant if... Tam has said the exact same thing I was going to say. I would not use the safety door because one of the few entrances we have not found at this point is the GT entrance. That is Laser Bridge. He cannot finish. You have to go back and do it again.
Yeah. It's, on the one hand, I feel like tstew is closing in on that hammer because where else could it really be?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
But as you say, that safety door, that poses a bigger risk than it might seem.
Yeah, I would not risk it, but...
Damn, all the keys.
The issue is, if there's anything important there, you have to go traverse the entire dungeon to get back to it. Well, no hammer.
Oh, damn.
Oh, he's doing it! Oh, don't be GT! Oh, okay, that's actually not the worst exit. Have we seen the mirror side of that? I'm assuming we have, because he just left it.
I would think so, yeah.
That's a nice vanilla exit.
Hey, you gotta have some of those too.
We found a couple of those so far. Swamp is vanilla too. Before anybody blames Lazy Kid for rolling, Lazy Kid did not roll the seed.
Alright, here comes our Trinix fight.
Sure, there won't be any issue here. It's pretty easy with Tempered Sword. Most people are used to it. And we still are without 3 very important pieces of information, and that is the 3 dungeons remaining. The second we find the pendant of those 3, we're going to know everything we're going to need to know about this seed. Oh
boy.
My.
Alright, so now even more so, depending on if we need that hookshot or not, this might be the thing.
Okay, now I was going to say it too. Chat's bringing it up as well. Ice Palace now, 100% clearable for tstew. He has not gone back there. There's no way tstew does not beeline it to Ice Palace. He knows where it is. No way he doesn't go back there.
Why would he not do that right now?
And yeah, lamp required for Trinex is interesting because the back door was vanilla. There's no way to get into that door. That's a dead door. So the lamp is out here somewhere. I mean, I'm sure he doesn't give a shit, but yeah, it's out here. And there's the Ice Palace play.
Here we go.
So, when this Ice Palace is complete, if a crystal drops from the heavens, tstew still has life. Oh, and here comes Wulfy too. Now the tables have turned. Now tstew's ahead by like a minute of this progression. That being said, Wulfy's done all this already. What tstew's doing right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna have a little quicker of a time here in Ice Palace than Wulfy will in Turtle Rock probably, but still,
it's minimal.
It's less of a difference than it looks like.
Yeah, I see that, tstew's hitting the switch here. He really doesn't need to hit the switch. He's got 6 keys, and he has the big, and he's got Kane. He doesn't have to do this. It does save him a small, but it's probably not a big deal.
Yeah, probably just habit.
Wow, this is... I want to see a compelling finish here. I really want... I really want this to not come down to just a missed chest that is... Anybody would miss that chest.
Yeah, you don't want this, or any match really, to come down to a mismarked tracker or a mismarked chest on your tracker, that's just shitty.
Yeah, this race has been fantastic. Our eyes are glued right now to tstew as he does all the hammer work. Oh, he's going a weird method for this. He's going through to get the asshole chest this way.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, no, he's not. No, this is faster. Yeah, you just do the, I know he's doing. Ice Palace is the worst dungeon in this game to route. By far. Because there's 8,000 different ways to do it, and I don't know which one is correct.
Yeah, I don't think Ice Palace is a lot of people's favorite dungeon.
Least favorite dungeon in the game, and it's not even close. If Thelaine were here, he'd be crusading to say it's the best dungeon of all time, so... Yeah, Icebreaker makes a huge difference. And there's Wulfy's hammer. Now again, we're at an hour 51. I think both sides of this have got to be concerned.
Absolutely. 100%.
That's a low blow, man. That's a low blow. Man, that's too soon. Too soon.
I mean, you brought this up yourself not even half an hour ago, so...
I know. So, excuse me. Hookshot is the entire seed. Unfortunately, Hookshot is in the bridge chest inside of Skullwoods. tstew has both missed it and mismarked it. So, if Hookshot is needed for, he's gonna burn a pot here. If Hookshot is needed for Swamp, if Swamp is a crystal, tstew's kind of fucked. We're hoping that that's not the case here. Because he's not going to go back. He's marked it off. There's no way he goes back to it.
Yeah, not in a
But
million years.
here, don't be a pendant, don't be a pendant. It's a crystal.
All right, that means 50-50
It's a
chance.
50-50. Now, we have not found Meyer yet.
Yeah, and I think that's a pretty bad sign, probably, but it might not be.
It's got to be hammerlocked. We know there's one hammerlock location that has not been found. I got to assume at this point they've checked all the entrances, which means, yeah, it's probably hammerpegs, or not hammerpegs. Not hammerpegs. The peg house inside the Village of Outcast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because hammerpegs has been found. That was found super early.
Oh yeah, and TR
right,
itself.
and Turtle Rock, which obviously that entrance has been checked, which they have access to. They have bombos. Oh my god, this is so close. Yeah, I don't think the Turtle Rock entrance has been checked.
At this point in the seed, when you're teased to, you just kind of work under the assumption that
He's going left side.
that you're either gonna find hookshot somewhere here, or that you're just plain not gonna need it at all.
Okay. So our tracker has updated. Take a look at our tracker on T-Stew's side. So
Ooh, okay.
apparently this has been found out. I didn't notice it. Swamp Palace is a pendant.
Oh well, hang on.
Which means... Oh, okay. That's... Okay, never mind, never mind. Okay.
Tam was just trolling
False
us.
alarm. Oh, there's the big key to Meyer. Oh, this is so good.
An Ice Palace map, that's also a little late. This is gonna be crazy.
This is gonna be... Oh, I really want... Here's the thing. Hookshot's not... Tstew can bomb jump all this. I'm not worried about him bomb jumping this. He can do it. So... Okay, he's exiting. Interesting. I wonder if he's doing that because of hookshot logic.
Probably.
I mean, he has everything he needs to finish the seed, except for the entrance to Meyer, if Meyer's crystal. It's a 50-50. And look where he's going. He's going right to the peg chest. Or the peg house inside of, yeah. Ooh, little pause there. That was weird. Okay. This is gonna be so close. It almost has to be here. Here, Turtle Rock.
Oh, Wulfy's doing swamp.
Oh, there it is!
Oh man, look at this.
Oh, this is so good!
We're in swamp.
So
and
he's
in
gonna
Mire
go.
at the
He's
same
gonna go
time.
with this.
Yeah, for sure.
And then if a crystal drops from the heavens, Tstew's probably ahead by a decent amount. If it's a pendant, then Wulfy's probably got this in the bag.
Oh man.
This is so close. Okay, he's not straight up. Is he going? Oh, he's gonna go with this from the right, isn't he? No, he's not. He's checking chests. Okay. What's he looking for?
He's probably still looking for a hook
He's
shot.
looking for a hook shot. Yeah, of course he is. Okay, now, yeah, he's going to the back. He's going straight to the back. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, don't check
Because he knows now if this is if this is a crystal, he doesn't need a hook shot.
Mm-hmm.
No, hookshot was not required for the logical miner. So yeah, this is straight up. Oh my god, this is gonna be so ridiculous. Here's the problem. We know this race is not competitive on a line of they're neck and neck. They are nowhere close to each other. It's just gonna come down to what's crystal and what's pendant.
Yeah, that's gonna be it.
It is a literal coin flip where that last pendant is. Nice silvers. Probably
Alright,
not.
nice.
It doesn't matter. But nice silvers. Enjoy them. Oh, actually, you know what? We're gonna know this. Oh, I just realized we're gonna know this before because these two are gonna finish at almost the exact same time.
Yeah, it's gonna be super interesting because we're pretty much gonna see this at the same time, more or less.
All right, where's a crystal? Where's a pendant? This is insane. I love it. So, tstew saving money. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. Where's the crystal? Where's the pendant? If it's crystal on tstew's side, he's going to win. If it's a pendant, Wulfy's probably going to win. Survey says, oh
no! There it is.
Ah!
Oh man.
Oh man, that is brutal.
He could have either been the luckiest man alive or the unluckiest man alive, and unfortunately...
I don't want to play favorites. I don't. And oh man, but unfortunately this is going to come down to a missed chest.
Yeah, that's sad. But, you know, really, as you were saying, it still shows how close and neck this was. And if you know, the dungeon price was turned around, he would have just straight up won it.
Yeah, it didn't come... This did not come down to who was winning it. Because both these races have been neck and neck the entire time. Unfortunately, it's going to come down to a missed chest. And that's brutal. So, but Wulfy's heading into Ganon. Incredibly good race.
And I'm sure as soon as tstew sees the done happening, he'll know, okay, I must have mistook shit somewhere.
Well, I mean, he still has things to do. I suspect he's going to continue for a while.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, as you were saying earlier, he definitely has incentive to finish. The question is, at what point do you just,
when you hit the 10-15 minute mark, he's probably going to say, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is, oh my god. For a first race of a ladder restream, I could not have asked for anything better.
And that was like the most exciting random race I've seen in a long time.
The fact that they both were doing the opposite unknown dungeons at the exact same time is ridiculous.
Yeah, that turned out great. Here we go, spending all our money on those silver arrows.
Alright, get your GGs in chat for Wulfy. This was an insane race.
Yeah, that was amazing from both guys, and that it turned out so close at the very end there.
Yeah. I'm going to see if I can get Wulfy in here. Give me a moment here. I don't really... I guess I didn't think this one out, but I'm going to see if I can get him in. It's probably not the best setup to do this, but give me a moment here. Oh my god, that was such a good race.
Yeah, that was so insane.
Alright, we're asking if Wulfy wants to come in. Yeah, so yeah, Tam did leave. Alright, hold on. Let's see if we can get him in here. One moment here.
Alright, and we're seeing, unfortunately, tstew going back into pod here, hoping that the green pendant turn-in might be the key to what he missed out on earlier. X-Dunk, I do want to be your friend.
Give me a moment here. Alright, and we are joined here by Wulfy. Wulfy, GG, that race was insane.
Hello, good game.
Yeah, you guys were on each other's toes for literally 2 hours. If you were to go back and watch this, you will understand how close this actually was. Now, unfortunately, tstew's not going to finish for a while, but this is... Well, before we get into that, let's ask the question: How did that seed feel to you?
Not too bad. I felt like I did more stuff than I really should have. I would not have been shocked to have seen tstew finish like 5 minutes before me there.
Yeah, there was a lot of back and forth there. There was a lot of stuff that was buried. The information really wasn't there, which in fact tstew is now 100% aware of what's going on. But yeah, the information was a little bit difficult to come by.
Yeah, because I did not know if I was in go mode until the moment I killed Argus.
Yep. So here's I'm just gonna break the news to you what happened here and why tstew's not gonna finish for a while. So
Sure.
We didn't know where the last crystal was. It was either in Skullwood, or I'm sorry, it was either in Swamp Palace or it was in Mire. We didn't know. tstew finished Skullwoods long before you did, but skipped the bridge chest, which had the hook shot.
Oh, I see.
So he does not have the hook shot. Unfortunately, he's also marked it off on his tracker. So he does not know what is what right now.
Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate.
Yeah, so unfortunately what's going to happen here is that, eventually he's going to figure it out and he's just going to say, no, I'm done. But, yeah, it's one of those situations where it's... We don't want to see that, but when it came down to... You two were... He was finishing Swamp... he was finishing Mire at the exact same time you were finishing Swamp. So there was... it was a 50-50. We had no idea if hookshot was going to even be needed.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was within 5-10 seconds of each other.
It was so close.
Where was Mire anyway?
Mire was in the Hammerlock house in Village of Outcasts.
Oh, okay.
The pig house, yeah. So just ridiculously close.
I was getting real scared at how long that hammer was taking to show up.
Yeah, I mean, you both found... I cannot... I highly recommend you go back and rewatch this. You were right on each other's toes for 90 minutes of this. And yeah. I'm not joking. It's like you were on each other's toes for... You were ahead for the first maybe 45 to an hour, and then tstew took a little bit of a lead, and then it all came down to where that last crystal was. If it was Mire, he's going to win. If it's Swamp, you're going to win. It literally the entire thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, not to take away from your play or anything, but it really came down to that missed chest and the hookshot in there, and that it was needed in the end. It could have gone either way. It was so extremely close, and as Duncan was saying, the dungeon prizes dropped at almost the same time, so we were really just sitting here biting our nails, watching to see is it going to drop a pendant or is it going to drop a crystal. And unfortunately for tstew, it dropped the blue pendant on him.
Yeah, it had to have been within 15 seconds of each other. It was that close. And, I mean, the trackers are identical at this point. They're so identical, neither one of you two has found Lamp.
I never did find the Mire big key.
It's in GT, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in
I think it was in the Stalfos room.
Stalfos room, yep. So that is just, it sucks that a race has to come down to a missed check, but Oh my god, that was so much fun to watch.
Yeah, you hate to see a mischeck, but I'm glad it was exciting.
Yeah. Oh no. I highly recommend if you got a few hours to spare, rewatch it. Man, you guys, it's ridiculously how close you guys were the entire time. Yeah. So my hat is off to you too. I mentioned this several times. I've been watching a lot of these races. In the top 16, and the skill level that you guys are showing is so good in these types of modes that my hat's off to all of you.
Yeah, I'm really liking the level of competition we've been seeing in this tournament.
Yeah, it's from 1 to 16 has been fantastic. I mean, I think that normally when you see a tournament like this, 1 to 16. 1 through 5 usually advance or whatever. We've had one. There were several in the top, the lower echelon that advanced, and it's all over the board. So, but yeah, no, I'd say this. You guys, again, obviously the race was ridiculously good. Is there anything in this seed that you saw that... Because, again, I think you ran it efficiently. Is there anything in this seed that jumped out at you like, I'm in deep shit?
Yeah. My decision to drop into the one-way Skull Woods instead of going down to Village of Outcasts made me pretty late to the boots. I was worried about that.
So I think... You found Boots a few minutes before tstew did? Do I have that backwards, Herfy?
I think you might have that backwards. I don't remember, but I think you might have.
You both found him in a couple minutes. I think you might be right. I think tstew was just a few minutes. Yeah, it was a few minutes difference on that in that entire check. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not joking. Like when you went into a dungeon, tstew was right behind you. When tstew went in a dungeon, you were right behind him. And it was that entire way until the very end where you went to Swamp, he went to Mire, and we had no clue what was a crystal and what was a pendant.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a ridiculously good race. So, and unfortunately, yeah, we still watching tstew. He's looking for that hook. The realization is going to come up at some point that he missed something on his actual tracker. He does have it marked as 1. He does have the big key, so that's the one that he's missing. And yeah, unfortunately, he has forfeited. He knows that he's behind. Give me just a moment here. Let me see if I can get him in here. Give me a moment here. This will take me a moment, so bear with me.
Still, obviously, as we were saying, GG's to tstew as well. It was an incredibly exciting and fun to watch race. It was super close. It unfortunately came down to a mischeck, but sometimes that's just gonna happen in random if you want to or not.
It's especially in entrance. It's incredibly easy to miss a spot.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I hope he comes in because I really want to explain to him how close this was. So sit tight, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we're all right. Hold on a second. We're going to get him in here in just a moment. All right. And welcome, tstew. GG. Can you hear us okay? Oh, there you go. So I know the question you want answered is where's the hook shot. Unfortunately, we did know that this was going to come down to the hook shot. It is one chest that you unfortunately marked off, missed. It is in the bridge chest inside the back of Skullwoods. And I could tell by your tracker that you had checked that off as completed.
Yep, I definitely forgot to check that.
Yeah. So before we go into let me explain to you, and again, I told Wulfy the exact same thing. If you have a little bit of free time, I highly recommend you watch the replay of this. It is so ridiculously close the entire time. While you were finishing Mire, we did not know if it was Pendant or Crystal the entire time. Neither one of you two had found that information. He was finishing Swamp. And it all came down to hookshot. Because the only thing behind the hookshot was that last crystal.
Wow.
Yeah. You both finished your dungeons within 15 seconds of each other. It was that close. You were on each other's toes the entire time. Like I said to Wolf, when Wulfy was in here, when I talked to Wolf, we mentioned this earlier, while you were checking, like you went into one dungeon, Wulfy was right behind you. When Wulfy went into one dungeon, you were right behind him. And not just for like 10 minutes, this was for like an hour and a half.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean that GG, man, that was an incredibly fun race to watch. It's unfortunate that it didn't come down to a missed check, but I mean, we've all played enough rando, we know how that works. What was your thought on the seed as a whole?
Not much, just pretty average seed. Nothing. I don't think there's anything that spectacular about it. Other than I wish I got the mirror earlier.
Yeah, you mentioned Mirror as with all the others. I mean, again, you have to rewatch it to understand this. When one person found the mirror, the other one found it like within a minute. The trackers were almost. We could have done this with one tracker, without question. We did not actually need two trackers for this race. When one went to a dungeon, the other one was right behind him. It was incredibly fun to watch that way. So, well, based off of what we got here, Wulfy, you're up to 2-0. That's a great spot to be in going into the last one. tstew, you're 0-2 now. You obviously have huge incentive to play the last match. Tiebreakers, you understand the tiebreaker scenario, but we've seen a couple of instances where it's come down to the last match where tiebreakers are going to come into play. Now, I don't know. There's 1,000 scenarios that could happen within the last three matches, but you definitely both have incentive to finish. But it'll be interesting. I don't have the schedule right in front of me here. Let me look here. So, tstew, you're playing on Monday, and Wulfy, you're playing tomorrow evening. So, yeah, it's obviously you both have got incentive to play it out. I will say this: I've been watching a lot of these matches from the start of the group stages. Again, major tip of the hat to both of you. It's been incredibly fun to watch these matches.
Yep.
Yeah, it was definitely a ton of fun and super entertaining.
I'm expecting my match against Wall Kicks tomorrow to be exciting as well.
Yeah, now Wall Kicks is 1-0. Schulzer is 0-1. They are. Did I have that right? Yeah, I think that's right. Because Wulfy, you beat Schulzer, and Wall Kicks and tstew already played. Right. So yeah. So that will tell a lot. Obviously, there's going to be a But yeah, no, there was an incredibly entertaining match. Almost every single one of these matches at the start of the top 16 have been close and entertaining to watch. So, I thank both of you for participating in this, and we'll see what happens going into the final two next week. So, yeah, my best of luck to both of you.
Thank you.
Yep, thanks.
Yeah, you bet. And yeah, anything, Herfy? You got anything to add?
No, I mean, as Danko was saying, it was incredibly fun and entertaining and a really close match. Unfortunate that it came down to that one chest, but rando's gonna rando sometime. I hope you guys still had a good time, and of course, best of luck for the rest of the tournament. And that's going to be it for me. Thanks for having me on for the first ladder restream.
Yeah, this is our first ladder restream. The intention is as long as it applies to the time zones and who is available, we're going to try to restream at least one match of the finals, if not two or all three. We're not going to get any of this week's in, mostly because I need to make a few tweaks to our setup and get things set up for the finals. So we're not going to go ahead. We're not going to stream any of the final three matches, but we will try to get as much of the finals in as we can. They will either be here on my stream, or they will be at ALTTPR Ladder on Twitch. I do have that channel parked. I just haven't used it yet. So. We have a couple of restreamers in tow already. They're already kind of backed up and ready to go. So if we need them, and I will be announcing this on the ladder Discord. We are going to announce two big things in regards to season 10 at the end of the last match of the championship. So. In fact, Herfy doesn't even know this. I haven't told him yet. So
what?
Yeah.
What's this?
I kind of made up my decision on this earlier today when I was in the shower. So we are going to announce the full schedule for season 10. We figured it out. Herfy knows it. We know the schedule. We've been talking about this for weeks now. And there will be a special announcement that comes with it. So. Which Herfy, you know what I'm talking about. So we will be announcing that at the end of the last match of the championship round. So yeah. Again, thanks both of you. Our trackers, Tenet and Tam, much appreciated. You guys did a fantastic job. Everything was on point. I'm glad that everything worked as expected. And best of luck to both of our runners here in their last matches, and we'll catch up with the final best of 3 next week. And again, they'll either be here or they'll be on the ALTTPR Ladder Twitch channel. I will announce that when the time comes. So on that note, again, thanks for both of our runners, for our restreamers, Herfy. We are going to go ahead and sign off for today, and we will be back on next week. So thanks everybody for showing up, and everybody have a great night.